because you just an immature little weasel. You're finally a guy who got some money, and you acting like new money. You ain't had 10 years worth of money, 20 years worth of money. I can tell.
Now, let me pause it real quick before O'Shea starts. Now, this is Kwame Brown responding to Anton Daniels because Kwame Brown was reacting to the whole situation with Anton and Corey Holcomb. And then somebody told, from what I've seen, somebody told Anton that Kwame was talking about him, right? And so Anton responded by saying Kwame used to be on his, on his jock, basically. And he thought they was cool. And why is he, basically he's better than them. He shouldn't be speaking on it, whatever. And then Kwame Brown responded, which Kwame, I saw his video. He didn't say anything bad. He just was reacting to giving his opinion like everybody else. And then this is kind of what stemmed the back and forth. So let's continue.
Beefs here in Black YouTube in January is getting out of control. It was Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Now it's Corey Holcomb and Christina Payne, the female that he slapped. And now it's Anton Daniels and Kwame Brown. And this is interesting because Anton Daniels and Kwame Brown were quite cordial. They were even going to do a podcast together. But Kwame Brown basically was, peeping out Anton Daniels in this whole situation, just like, the most of us. And we're just giving an honest assessment as to what is happening. But then
Kwame Brown used to be on my... It's the honest to God truth. Hey, man, I like what you're talking about, bro. I like it. Used to be all on my... all the time. All the time used to be on my, all on my. I'm keeping it 100. He caught a wave, and that's how he was able to build up his platform to get to whatever his subscribers is. But Kwame Brown hit a ceiling because what we all realized was that Kwame Brown wasn't as good as the wave that he was riding. So now, what is he doing? He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out the content side. He's trying to do all of this. He's trying to do all of that. And I respect it. I respect the game. That's the name of the game. He's not able to grow his platform based off of his own analysis, based off of his own content. And so, he do these dusty ass live streams where it's just him off camera. Yeah, because me. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So Kwame get the stimmy pack like everybody else. But you know what's embarrassing is because Kwame is supposed to be better than the dusty he's spending all of his time hanging around.
Now, this is very interesting because Anton Daniels is going in and Kwame Brown had made a video basically in which he responded to Anton Daniels' criticism.
That I'm on camera, I don't have to play tough. I'm not you. You are a fool. But if you said that I'm like a chick, but if I get upset with you, I'm a doer. I'm gonna handle it myself. You get upset with me, you got to call another grown man. What is you talking about? You got to call another man for me. And unlike you, dumbass boy, I turn my camera off because I'm not chasing clout. I don't give a about this YouTube. I don't. You telling me that I want to be a content creator. You go back and look at one of my lives where I'm talking to my brother about being a content creator, you dummy. I know you got a little fetish about sucking D and all this. I understand you like to talk to men like that, but that's not going to get me out of character. I don't got no wife. I don't got none of that. You do. And I'm going to show you why you should leave like me alone. And you should leave Corey alone too. But now you want to play tough guy. So let's play tough guy. No dude in their right mind would come up to me and ask me about you.
Now, see, this video in which you hear Kwame Brown criticizing Anton Daniels was actually taken down from YouTube. Somebody sent me the clip, and once they sent me the clip, I was not able to download it. I believe, shout out to the brother Self Talk, he actually downloaded it before it was taken down. And the name of the video was called Kwame Brown React to Anton Daniels Tearing His Draws. And as you can see here on the screen, when you try to look at that video, it says this video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms and conditions. But then Kwame Brown would make another video, and this new video would be on his live stream channel called Kwame Brown is Live. I'm just here so I don't get flagged. And so listen what he has to say.
You can flag me off Twitch. I don't care, because I'm going to take you to Twitch today. I'm going to take you to Twitch. I may not even take you to Patreon because you seem like the weasel that your plan is to flag people. Your plan is to use your position. You can flag my Twitch all day. I don't care. I don't. And when you invite a male, a heterosexual male to your, I'll bring up your mama if I have to, because I haven't disrespected you like that. The only thing I said was a fair assessment. I said, you shouldn't have been microaggressing a man, and you should have used your intelligence and control the room. You didn't. You didn't use any intelligence that you claim to have, C-student. You said that a man was a Neanderthal. I expect better from you. I expect the non-Neanderthal to act like he's not a Neanderthal. I don't expect the non-Neanderthal to say, let's go outside. We can fight right now.
Period.
Yeah, now in my opinion, he made a really good point. I mean, if you're better, and I'm just saying based off of what was said, if you're better than the rest, then you got to be held to that standard, right? You got to be held to a higher standard in every regard. If you're better, then you're supposed to, people look at you to take the moral high ground. But you can't say you're better and then you respond equally to the person that you're saying is beneath you. So that's a good point, and this is, and that's just how people think. That's just how it go, and this is why I always say, listen, everybody on the same playing field. I particularly don't like when people do that, honestly. And I've said that before. I hate when people have this moral high ground where they think that they're better than somebody else and literally tell you. I could have a disagreement with you. I could agree with you. We all come from different walks of life and have different experiences. Some have way more money than others. Some people are doing way better in life than others. Some people are not, but I still don't look at, even if I have more than somebody else, I'm not looking down on those people. I don't feel like I'm better than everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're successful in your own right, you should be able to live in that. You should be able to live in your success, and your value and your worth, and you're content with where you are. If not, you're moving in the direction that you want to be. That's not something you should have to brag and blast all over the place, in my opinion. I just think that when people do that, and I could be wrong, but this is just my thoughts on it. If I personally feel that when people do that, they're trying to prove something. You don't feel very confident in who you are and what you've accomplished, because you have to keep telling it, and you have to keep boasting about it, and you have to keep letting people know that a lot of people who are super rich and super successful, and you would never know about it because they don't have to prove anything to you. They let the naysayers naysay. They're going to naysay all they want. They're going to talk about you regardless. But to me, when you got to brag about what you got all the time, it's like, ooh, because if you a gold digger, okay, yeah, she going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to try to see if I can finesse this nigga. But if you're not a gold digging type of chick, none of that don't matter. None of that don't matter to me. But anyway, y'all, let's continue.
Accuses Anton Daniels of flagging his channel. Again, I don't really think that Anton Daniels is a person that does stuff like that. I'm not sure if he did or not. I know that Kwame Brown and Anton Daniels, I mean, all of us in Black YouTube have some level of enemies and some level of beef out there. I used to really have a whole bunch of enemies and a whole bunch of beef, and I don't really that much anymore, and I can tell you why I don't. I don't live stream as much, and I have noticed this. Guys who stream live all the time, when you live, man, you just be in the groove and in the moment, and you can say anything. When you have to really pre-record stuff, you typically are talking about a subject and not necessarily an individual, and you can always like stop and go and record. And when you're live, you can't do that. So if you got a beef with somebody and it come out or you disagree with somebody that come out, it comes out raw in real time, and people clip you and all of that. And so I don't know how many he has right now, but he does. But then he went and said this.
You're finally a guy who got some money, and you acting like new money. You ain't had 10 years worth of money, 20 years worth of money. I can tell. You acting like, because first of all, you don't chase the bag. The real people that make money, they make money in their sleep. They don't chase the bag. Warren Buffett ain't chasing no bag. Warren Buffett hit the damn computer and go to sleep. He making money right now. Why are you chasing money, Christian man? Chasing the bag? You're not supposed to be chasing no bag. Bag chaser. Don't even make no sense. You like Revenge of the Nerds. Only thing you see, I told you, I could have been a friend, an ally. Go ask about me in Brunswick. When they were stuffing little dudes like you in lockers, I would be the one come open up the locker. That's wrong, dog. I would befriend you little geeks because it's like, okay, it's room for everybody. And this person ain't bad. I'm a nice guy, I really am. But I gotta switch.
Here is something that I noticed on YouTube. You can't give people a reason for why they switch up. All right. And that's one thing that if you're a content creator, you have controversial style content like Fresh and Fit or Anton Daniels or Tommy Sotomayor. You make it difficult for people to support you after a while because the things that you.
That's true. That's true. And you know, that's why I said earlier, listen, you could support somebody, but you don't have to hang on their every word. You can agree and you can disagree. Like, I don't understand that. That's why I call it a stand. When you stand for any and everything that they say, no, you have moments that somebody might say something you like. You have moments where people say something you don't like. But it doesn't mean you're hating on them or you don't like them. It's just, no, that's called having an opinion and having your own brain and thinking for yourself, not just stand on everything somebody says and roll with it just because. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Let's continue, y'all.
But Anton is smart enough to just keep people talking about him. He doesn't care if it's good or bad. So when people switch up on you, well, you give them a reason to switch up on you by the way that you act. And again, certain content creators are very easy to be friends with long term. Like, let's say, for example, somebody like Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Somebody like the lead attorney. They would never put themselves out there in a way that's negative. All right. They're not going to do anything to destroy their careers. You know, they handle themselves very decently online, offline. They never have any trouble. And so it's easy to deal with them long term and not have any conflict with them because the lead attorney never puts himself in a bad situation. Pocket watching with JT doesn't put himself in a bad situation. George Macon doesn't put himself in a bad situation. The most polarizing content creators make it very difficult for people to stay with them because a lot of their stuff is not necessarily about the content. It's about how polarizing they are. This is, very similar with, I would say, Anton Daniels, Fresh and Fit, for sure. Now, I'm also on the other side of a guy I like, Corey Holcomb. He's also extremely more polarizing than what he needs to be. So when things happen and it's like, oh shit, he did X, Y, and Z. There's a video of X, Y, and Z. It's a tough decision for people to come out, and I'm just using the example, to say like, oh, okay, how can I overcome that to defend this? And this is the situation that all polarizing content creators deal with, whether we cool with them or not. I don't care if they white, black, Nick Fuentes, whoever else. If your content is about polarizing, ideation, saying something that's out of this world, as much as people would love to watch you, to defend it a lot of times or sometimes it gets too expensive for many people. And when you cross the line, like let's say when Corey Holcomb crossed the line with Anton Daniels' daughter, or when Anton Daniels was, crossed the line with so many people, it's like, okay, man, look, I see what you're doing, but hey, here you're wrong. Then what content creators do is they feel that you're supposed to be blindly, allegiant to them. Not all of them, but some of them think that. And now that you're talking about them, well, you going against me, you turning on me. Like, no, bro.
Exactly. And that's what I said earlier. He said blindly allegiant to you. Right. That way, as if you don't have a brain and you can't have a difference of opinion. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. You can't really have a difference of opinion. It's like people think that because you've agreed with them in the past, and that because I said this before too. There's a lot of things that Anton has said that I agree with. Certain things when it comes to marriage and his relationship and things he said in the past, I absolutely have been very public with agreeing with it. But then there's some things I don't quite agree with, but it doesn't make me wrong, or does it make me a hater for not seeing eye to eye on every single thing? And that's what I'm saying. That sounds like a stan, a follower, a person who doesn't have a brain, who can't think for themselves. No, I don't see that like that. And I could still, depending on what you say, I could still agree with certain things, but certain things I might be adamantly against. And it doesn't mean, oh, you're just a bad person and you know what I'm saying? No, or I'm a bad person because I have my own brain. No, I just think that that's crazy. And there's people like that who expect you to just rock with them no matter what. And no, I'm just not one of those. You know what I'm saying? And there are people who like that. They like, well, they want loyalty from you no matter what. They want you to always see their points. They want you to always agree with them. They want you to always see their perspectives, and you supposed to, yes, everything you say is right. Hell no. I don't think most majority of people say everything right anyway. I think it depends on your perspectives, your viewpoints, your morality, how you think as a person, what you deem right or wrong. Everybody's not going to always agree. Honestly, it doesn't make either side right or wrong. It just means you have a different perspective in the way you see things. And that's why there's opinions, and why there are agreements and disagreements. Certain people align with certain things more than others. Others may, align or have a different point of view or different perspective, but does that make it wrong? No, it just means y'all don't see things the same, and that could have many different factors, or there could be many different reasons as to why you don't see things the same. You have your, but what the problem is that I see with this is there's always disrespect involved when people don't have the same mentality or don't see things the same. And I think that's what we need to grow from, and we need to learn from, and understand that it doesn't have to be, oh, you're wrong, I'm right. Oh, we disagree, so let's kill each other. No, it's like, no, I can't change your perspective. I can't change the way you see things and the way you think. And I'm not trying to. I'm just giving you my perspective. Maybe you could think about it, and maybe you could kind of analyze it and see where it makes sense to you or not. Or if not, you just don't see it. You just don't see it. We can agree to disagree and move on. That's it. But that's hard, especially in these spaces. And I've watched so many live streams and so many videos where this happens till it's ridiculous. People really get in their feelings when you don't agree with them. And it's like when you want to be right all the time, you want everybody to tell you you're right and make you think you're right all the time. Like, you need that validation from people who will always agree with you. And the minute you have people who oppose your views and oppose the way you think, oh, they're haters. Oh my God, this and that. Oh, they're this and they're that. No, they're this. I just think that that's insane to me. Let's continue though.
You turn it on yourself. Like, some guys get new in the business and they don't think that, you know what, me saying this or me doing this may hurt my career. It may hurt the ability for people to partner with me. It may hurt my ability for people to work with me. Don't think about that. They just think that because they're popping right now and they hot right now, they got more pull than what they have. And we noticed that when Anton Daniels tried to bring Mika on to the Corey Holcomb show, and Corey just had to tell him, you don't have that pull with me. But Anton Daniels in his mind feels that he has pull and that people are going to be loyal to him no matter what he does. And like I said, and that's the situation happening there with these guys. Like, you just can't do whatever the hell you want because your fan base and your echo chamber will support it. People are not always going to support it. And so as a YouTuber, as a content creator, you got to make it where it's not so expensive to deal with you. You can't be making bad decisions all the time, crashing out all the time, and making just dumbass decisions that will lose, number one, your YouTube channel or your audience based on some foolishness. And Anton Daniels is going down that route. Unfortunately, he's going down the route where, damn, okay, I'm doing whatever the hell I want because I have money right now. And then if somebody else say something about what the hell I'm doing, then they're the problem, not me, which is complete silliness. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Jackson back at it again with another episode of.
Yeah, you know what? I definitely, like I said, I agree with what O'Shea is saying. I think he makes some valid points. I really do. And, people be like, oh, you're taking sides. No, I just agree with certain things. I disagree with certain things. I agree with Anton on a lot of stuff, especially, You know, hell, I've reposted Anton several times about, you know, with some of his content, because he, you know, I felt that he was telling the truth. I agree with certain people and certain things that they say. And then there's certain things I hear and I'm like, I don't know about that. But it doesn't make me feel like the person is less of who they are. Like, I don't know you, so I only got to go by your online persona. I can only go by what you put out there. I don't, you know, wake up with you and know you're in the, you know, that's my husband. I know him in and out. So, but I don't know people on these platforms and stuff. We can only go by what we see, what you say, and based off what we see, or what I see and what you say, you know, I just have an opinion on it. And these people are popular in these spaces. So yeah, why not react to what they say? Because they have a huge following. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, they're entertaining at the same time. Hell, O'Shea is entertaining. Anton is entertaining. Hell, Kwame Brown is entertaining. Corey Holcomb, they're all entertaining. You know, everybody is reacting and responding to what they're saying because they're popular in this space. If it was somebody who was not popular in the space, most people won't even, you know, entertain it. If it's not popular or if they're not entertaining, people don't even pay attention. So I will be honest to say, you know, yeah, everybody is trying to follow, you know, he say a bag. Everybody's trying to, you know, monetize these situations. Let's be honest. You know, I'm honest about it. Or if you weren't trying to monetize off of these popular people, most people wouldn't be making videos on it. People know that it's entertaining, so they are benefiting from it. They're monetizing it because you're in the space, so why not? You know, if Anton and Corey and O'Shea, none of these were popular people with something to say, nobody wouldn't care. DeeDeesReactions.